Hey, this is Tara, and today I want to talk to you about a concept in Reiki about opening up your channel. So, this should help you. The idea is to help you have more impact by increasing the volume of the resources that you are able to manage. So, in Reiki, what I learned, and I have a Reiki 1 certification, Usui, in Usui Reiki. So what I learned from my teacher and in my studies is that as a Reiki healer, we are not the source of the healing. It's a universal source, the universal energy, source energy. That's where the healing comes from. We are merely the channels of this energy. And so as much as we can clear the channel, keep the channel clean, and as much as we can open the channel, then that much energy is allowed to pass through us and come to, whoever is the recipient of the healing. And so, thinking about this idea of how to open the channel, how to allow more to pass through the channel. So you can think about it like a hose. And water passing through the hose, the more that you are able to, the wider the circumference of the hose, the more water can pass through. So in thinking about that on a practical level with the work that we do, there's a lot of things that you can work on in this. One is, clearing up energy leaks. One is strengthening, the hose so that it doesn't crack or break or disintegrate when more and more energy passes through. And there are practical things that you can do with that I work on with my clients. And the one concept that I want to share with you today about increasing this volume is adding people to your team. So, for example, you have, let's say, 8 hours in a day that you've assigned to do your work. And that's 8 hours of thought energy, that's 8 hours of doing energy, that's 8 hours of action, that's 8 hours of reading, 8 hours of study, 8 hours of creating. Those are your 8 hours and how you use them. And when you add another person to your team and give that person 8 hours in a day to get work done, you've just increased the capacity of your energy channel. You've just increased the capacity of the impact that you will have because of adding this other person to your team. You've essentially doubled it. Now, there's lots of things that come up there, like, are you working efficiently? Are you working effectively? Are you working on the things that you're best suited to work on? There's all those things, and this is what I talk about with my clients about using their time effectively. But the idea here is when you add another person to your team, you're both working to the same end. And let's say you're creating a webinar, let's say. So instead of you working solely by yourself on that thing, you can bring in another person, and you have just opened up the channel for the resource to pass through to create what it is you're creating. So I hope this makes sense. The idea is that, you don't have to do it all alone, first of all. You can bring in help, and when you do, you double your capacity to get the work done and have the impact that you desire to create, whatever that looks like for you. So I hope this is helpful. It's this idea of wealth consciousness for me is moving along the continuum from scarcity to abundance. And so when you see that you can bring more people in, that there are abundant resources, you just add another team member. You add another team member. You bring in a partner. You bring in a collaborator. You keep adding these resources and until you have all the resources that you need in knowledge, in money, in energy, in nutrition, in sleep, whatever it is, in materials, that you bring those things together and have more of a capacity to get the work done and get the result that you're after. So if you have a project and you're curious about, either how to work more effectively or how to bring on a team member, how to manage that team member, how to divide up the work, if this is something that would help you in your project, in establishing your business or anything similar, I would love to talk with you and hear more about your project and see if I can share any ideas with you that would be helpful and give you some guidance. So I've been working with people for 10 years to create businesses and projects and get them started and finished, and I would love to help you too if I can, either through my own work or ideas that I have for you, or making referrals. So get in touch with me, and I would love to talk with you more about that, and have fun opening up your channels and bringing in more resources and having more impact. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you out there.